Hey guys, it's Jake here with eTrailer. Today we've got a 2016 Buick Regal, and we're going to be taking a look at, and I'm going to show you how to install the CURT Class II 1.25" hitch receiver. Adding a hitch receiver to the back of your Buick is going to give you a couple options for hauling accessories. You can use it to haul bike racks, cargo carriers. This particular owner of this vehicle is hauling a small bike rack on the back to get to and from the trail a lot easier. If you plan on using it to tow a trailer, you'll want to get 4-pole wiring to be able to get those lights to the back of your trailer. Much like many other 1.25" hitch receiver tubes out there, it's going to have a 1/2" hitch pin hole here that you'll need to have in there in order to secure your accessories. A lot of accessories, if you check on our website, will come with a locking or non-locking hitch pin, so you won't have to worry about it. The hitch does not come with one, so you will want to pick up either a locking or non-locking hitch pin on your own. To test out our safety chain loops, we've got a plate style. This is an S-hook safety chain. You can see it fits in there frontwards or backwards. We've got a clevis style here. It also fits with flying colors both ways, up or down. This is just to show you if you ever go to borrow a trailer or it looks like it gets caught a little bit there, but if you move it around a little bit, you can get it to break loose. This is kind of just to show you an example if you're not towing the same trailer all the time, or if you have a certain type of hook on your trailer to tell you whether or not it works with this in case you have to swap them out. Now some measurements so you know how it's going to fit on your vehicle. From the center of our hitch pin hole to the outermost part of our bumper is going to be about 2 inches. It's basically this edge of our hitch is going to be flush with this part of our bumper. So that's really nice because then you don't have to worry about hitting your shin on it, but it'll give you a lot more clearance here for any accessory that folds up to the back of your vehicle. From the ground to the top inside of the receiver tube is about 11¼ inches. You want to keep that in mind when looking into accessories. I would highly recommend looking into accessories that have a raise in the shank or a rise in the shank. That will help to give you more ground clearance when you're going through dips or up a steep driveway or road. Now when it comes to the weight capacities of this particular hitch, you're going to have a max tongue weight capacity of 350 pounds and a max gross trailer weight capacity of 3,500 pounds. When it comes to the installation of this hitch, if you've installed a hitch before, you should have no problems with this. This hitch is a little funky compared to a lot of other hitches out there. Sometimes when it comes to installing a hitch, you just lift it up, bolt it to the bottom of your frame rail, or you may have to take a fascia off to bolt it behind the bumper. With this particular one, you're going to have a support brace that has to run up the vehicle a little bit, so the hitch is actually a T-shape. What you're seeing here is going to be at the top of the T, but it's really not too bad to get installed. What I would recommend is if you have a set of wheel ramps or something at home, or maybe your neighbor has a set that you can borrow, back your vehicle onto it, and that'll give you a little bit more room to get that cross brace installed, or the brace that goes from the back of the vehicle to the suspension components. But other than that, it's really not too bad, and hopefully the rest of this video helps you to get yours installed. To begin our installation, we're not actually going to be lowering the exhaust, we just need to remove one of the bolts, but just in case anything were to move or shift on us, we got a strap under here supporting our exhaust. And up here, you're going to have an outer bolt and an inner bolt holding on our exhaust hangers on each side of the vehicle. You just have to take the inner bolt out to be able to get our hitch lifted up into place. We're going to do this using a 13mm socket. Now we're going to lift our hitch up into place, and this is going to seem a little weird, and maybe not so weird if you haven't seen a whole lot of hitch installs, but this is actually going to go behind that weld nut. So what we need to do is run this bolt through the weld nut and then come out the other side. Now we're going to take the smaller nuts that come in your kit, and we're going to put one on each end of that bolt we just ran through the back side of those weld nuts. Next, we're going to grab this angle bracket. It's like a 45-degree angle. You're going to have 2 holes on the bottom and then 1 hole here on the top. There's going to be a hole right here on your suspension bracket. We're going to hold one of our larger bolts that comes in our kits. They're going to be a hex bolt. We'll take a split lock washer, throw that on, and then you'll have a handle nut. The handle nut's going to slide up in here, line up with that hole, and then we're going to just thread this on. And we're going to take our support bracket. We're going to drop a carriage bolt down through one of these holes. You can kind of hold it up real quick and see which one's going to line up, because there are 2 or 3 sets of holes on here. We're using the ones closest to the end of the hitch. We'll lift this up, line it up with the hole in our bracket, and then spin this nut on. We're going to repeat that process for the remaining 3 carriage bolts that we'll have to drop down through here, and then we'll just run those nuts on them. And we're going to take the last bolt and the last nut that come in our kit, and we're going to attach this cross member that comes back to this bracket to, it's only going to match up to the one hole, but it's the hole closest to this angle. And then we can take a 19mm socket, come back and tighten all of our hardware to the specifications and the instructions. Then we'll come back with a torque wrench and torque all of our hardware to that and the instructions. Well guys, with everything torqued down, that's going to do it for the installation. Hopefully this video helped you decide whether or not the CURT 1¼ hitch receiver is right for you and your 2016 Buick Regal.